Alright, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another tutorial, and this one will be I guess, fully realistic, kind of detailed, I don't even know what the name of it is. Basically an interior of a gift shop. As you can see, I already started. I got the outline of the gift shop already going. I decided to use this Ghostbuster brick wall and change the color. If you noticed, I put down, I say I'm alive. I put down the, the vintage crane machine, and inside right there, that would be the Hats Fantastic. So I already have the pathing out and everything you can see there. I just like to have a lot of, foot traffic inside, so if they don't go in and buy the hats, then they'll go in to go play the vintage machine, so it actually looked like a busy gift shop. So this gift shop will be, I guess, the gift shop for my the roller coaster in Serenity Now. The roller coaster's name is Tropical Storm. So I really wanted to do a gift shop that comes off the exit of the ride, which I really like to do a lot. But after I built the coaster, I kind of just cornered myself where, I had no room to put a gift shop at the exit. So I decided to put this off a little bit to the side. This will have, as you can see right here, it will have... I guess like a photo. It'll have a on-ride photo. So this over here that I'm building right now will be the photo viewing area. I actually didn't really have like a theme in mind before I was doing it. I kind of just was making it, and then when I got to this part and I kind of like the temple pieces, I kind of realized that I want to do like maybe some kind of like a temple theme in the Tropical Storm ride. So I'll probably end up like doing some kind of like temple area and stuff like that, because if you actually watch my Serenity Now the park videos, it has a story going with it where Tropical Bob is like, a guy they dug up, and it turns out he was like a famous pirate. So, I'm not going with that now, where now the whole park is themed around his adventures. So this one area that I'm building now in Serenity Now is like a tropical area. And this would have been one of the areas that Tropical Bob actually visited to, I guess, whatever it was. I haven't decided yet. Again, I'm making it all up on the fly. So I don't know if the story is going to be like, he came here for treasure or something like that. So, that's the whole idea of this tropical area. And now with the temple pieces that I added, and like I said, I just like the way it was looking. I was like, you know what, I'll just, make some kind of temple on the ride or something like that. You go through. Maybe there's like a treasure or something he was looking for, which I think that's what it is. Right here, I actually paused it to see how many rows there were, and there was 10. So since there was 10 rows, I figure each row would have its own like photo, So I figured, all right, five, pictures are good enough, for the 10 rows. I'm trying to make it, I guess, as realistic as possible. But yeah, I kind of like the way this looks. I might make one of them broken. I didn't do it yet, but I might make one of them broken, because that's kind of what I do in most of my ride photos for some reason. There was always one broken in every single gift shop if you look at all the gift shops I made. But I haven't done it yet too. I also make them like flicker. So what I do is have them with different on and off times and duration, so it looks like they're actually changing pictures and stuff like that. Here I just kind of just wanted to do more of the the temple piece ID and stuff like that. And I think I've used these pieces in again, if you watch watch the videos, Tall Guy Gaming is the CEO of this park, and I believe his office has those feather pieces in his office. Here I'm trying to make I like to do like center tables kind of. And, most of the center tables are little round tables that I do like this. I always end up putting little wooden brackets on it. And then I pretend they're like little either wooden cars or tin cars or something like that. And that's what I do here. I didn't do it yet, but, and then, right here, again, the whole temple Aztec idea kind of came in late. So now I kind of want to just, theme up more of the gift shop to way it is, because again I had no idea direction what I was doing until I was already started, and then I was like, oh yeah, just go ahead and do that. So that's what you're seeing here. I'm just trying to theme up a little bit of the claw machine so it looks I guess interesting and cool and stuff like that, so it's not just like a claw machine shoved in the corner. Over there on the left, you could actually see the wooden shelves I put up. Nothing crazy. Those are just like some kind of wooden brackets, and I just put them on top of each other so they look like shelves. And again, this game doesn't have the greatest things to use to sell, so I just put in some random stuff. And I realized later I didn't put any cups. You could actually take what is it? The police lights that go on top of police cars, and you can actually turn them upside down, and then they look like actual mugs and cups and stuff like that. So after this is done, I might actually go back and change one of the items for mugs and stuff like that. But who sees? Who sees? You'll see if you're watching this. Why? What is wrong with me? So if you remember, I did the restaurant, the tutorial restaurant for inside of a restaurant, a realistic restaurant. That restaurant was in a contest, a Facebook contest for one of the groups. So I ended up winning that one, if you didn't know. But now the new contest the last couple weeks was a gift shop. So this is my, contest entry for the gift shop. So hopefully I could win this one too. If not, not a big deal. I had fun making it. And like I said, I needed the gift shop in the park anyway. So it's not like I had to do make a gift shop and, just for the contest. I had to make it for the park. So, two birds, one stone. All right. Here I decided, again, I didn't have a direction before I made the gift shop. So now, since I have the direction and figure out what I want, I figured out, I got to change all the wall colors to match the Aztec pieces that I put in. So now I'm just changing all the wall colors on the outside so they all match. I really, like I said, I didn't know what I was going to do, and then I just started falling in love with, these pieces I was putting in, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So I just went with it. Here you can see I just made an accent wall. I don't really like having, some of the outside on the inside all the time, because you really wouldn't see that. If you look on the outside of your house, let's say it's shingled or something like that, you don't have shingles on the inside of your house. So you wouldn't really see that, too much happening in these stores and stuff like that. So, like I said, I decided to just put an accent wall of just the wood flooring and on the one side to make it more interesting. Here I'm just putting these temple block pieces in, and just adding the little turquoisey blue that are little accent colors. It really kind of fills out this the top of the building. So again, the color, I don't even know what to say. The color basically comes up further, and the whole building is more tied in with the colors that it has. Here I'm just copy and paste from the corner and stuff like that from over by the vending machine, not the vending machine, the what is it, the vintage claw machine. And then here I'm just, I do like these cutouts. I did that on purpose when making the building. I like that. But then I added these like wood, scaffolding wood pieces, which, be honest with you, unless you're really close, even like this wood that goes around the window, unless you're really close and looking at it, you can't even see this stuff. But to me, it just makes it a lot more interesting. It's, I just thought it was cool. Here is actually, this is the weird part. So this is the other side of the nose for that entryway. Like it has like a double-sided face, and I couldn't put it so the nose wouldn't come in inside the building because basically I had in order for the nose not to go in, I had to move it away. So now I'm trying to figure out what I could use to cover it, and I forgot about these pieces that I had. One of the first couple episodes of Serenity Now, I made a custom fence on the inside, or a custom wall, and I made these pieces, and then I actually changed some of the wall, and I didn't want to get rid of these pieces because I like the way they look, so I just put them in the backstage until I ended up needing them, and lo and behold, I needed one, so I just went and got it. So it was pretty good I didn't erase them, huh? I still have one left, so who knows where I'll put that one. But now I'm just trying to make like, the roof pieces. I just didn't want to do like a slope and stuff like that, so I added the extra piece on the one side, and we'll get to the roof when we get there. Here I always just like the idea. I did it in the entrance plaza. I put a plant of what is it, a palm tree. I can't remember the name of palm tree. So I just put like a palm tree inside a building, and I was like, what, let's do that here too. I like the way it looks, so that's what that thing on the floor is. You'll see it later. I'll end up getting the palm tree in here. Now I'm just kind of going with like maybe what the story is going to be on the coaster. Again, I'm going to probably have like some sort of temple and some sort of like gemstone, and that'll be the story for, Tropical Bob, and, why he came to this place and what he was looking for. And, it'll have like a little bit of a story on the roller coaster. So I don't know what the story is yet, so when I get there, I'll figure it out. But here I just thought it'd be cool to have like, an oversized gem, again, the reason for the ride. I just, just trying to make it look, you'd have like this kind of stupid stuff inside of like, a gift shop and stuff just to get you, you're tying in the ride to the gift shop. So like, you would just get excited to buy the overpriced stuff they have in the gift shop. But yeah, here's the palm tree already put in. I put a basic shape down in that. I think it's a fire pit hole, and I put the basic shape down of brown, so it actually looks like dirt in that that hole. I do like these little like potted plants, potted bush. But then I realized later I don't like I like that piece. It's actually a really good piece for interiors and stuff like that, but I just didn't like the pot it was in. It just didn't look right. So I end up changing that. And then here I'm just like, doing a little bit of clutter, just to make, again, the room feel interesting. There's really no need for that stuff, but, my motto is, keep adding detail. Like it, as long as you're not like overdoing it, sometimes it just looks so interesting when you do it that, it looks relatively cool, I guess. Here's the idea I was telling you about earlier that, I do like the little bushes, but I didn't like the pots. So I just end up like, putting these pots over the other pots. And, I think it, instead of having like, the same like sandy color all over the place, it breaks up, the browns and the sandy colors a little bit better. I was going to do some type of, window thing, like a shelf with a window with like stuff. But to be honest with you, I couldn't really figure out what to sell in there that would make sense. So I was like, there's no point in having a window like showing off, I think I was selling books and skulls and stuff. So that really wasn't going to make sense. Here, I end up making the path a little wider right there, so it like flows better into the doorway. But I did want like this like sidewalk, I guess look. If you actually watch the Serenity Now video, when I did add the restaurant, this restaurant across the way has this like sidewalk in front of it. So I kind of wanted the two to like, match up and, feel, I guess, coherent in the land that they're in. So I just added that sidewalk piece there. Um, yeah, sometimes, like just little bits like that, or changing the pathing to different colors and stuff like that makes, the pathing look a lot more interesting, and, it looks a little more realistic. Now those are just those light brackets that, I put up so it actually looks like it's holding the gem in place. These are the wooden brackets I was talking about earlier. For whatever reason, they look like toy cars to me. And I think I kind of put them in all my gift shops. They're always on like a center thing, or like a circular table in a gift shop. And then I just color them like, nice colors. These are the colors that match like the ride and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just think they look like little toys, and, that good enough for me. Here I just added the bush, sunk it all the way down, added the pink color to match. And then once again, I didn't know what to put up here to, make this wall seem important. So this is just, a rope for no reason. And, it looks good. There's no reason for it. It looks like clutter. It looks good. I'm going to make another gift shop on the other side of this park. And I kind of know what that gift shop's going to look like. So I was trying my hardest to make this gift shop not look like the one in my head I haven't built yet, if that makes sense. So I kind of have a plan on the other side of this park on what that gift shop might look like. So I didn't want to use that one, those ideas in this park, in this gift shop, if that makes sense. Now here I'm just trying to find small enough stuff to sell. The books are always good. Spiders are always good. If you get they're like toy spiders. I like to sell like these cameras, like kind of like my joke, like, YouTube people come in here, maybe they need another camera. I also do like, you always have to like spin the stuff too, because you figure, when you go to like a real gift shop and stuff like that, people move things, they pick it up, look at it, put it back, they don't put it back right. So you always want to like move it, or, twist it sometimes, or even like, what I do is I'll put like little, I don't make it even. So even this top row, there's like, those are all spaced out, and then this one is not spaced correctly. So it actually looks like, people picked them up and put them back down, and, they don't know. So it makes it look more, I guess, realistic, because it's a mess and not like, perfect. I try to tell people don't make things perfect all the time. Even like, especially flowers. A lot of people always put flowers in bushes the exact same way, and, the same way, the same, angle and everything. You always have to change it up, because I don't know what flowers you guys are planting, but none of my flowers look like the other flowers. They always come up different, and, different sizes, different shapes and stuff like that, even if they're the same flower. So, rule of thumb, always change things up to make it look more realistic. Here, I just liking the idea of this, corrugated roof. It's got like the wooden brackets underneath, which I like, so I didn't have to add a whole bunch of detail underneath the roof. It's already there. And then, again, in the beginning of this park, I used the idea of ropes with lights hanging on the end of the rope. So here I do the exact same thing. I did want these lights in. These lights in game look really cool, but if you don't know anything about the lights, they don't really give off any light. So my plan was to put the light here and then actually put other light inside of it, so it gives off more light. But I just didn't like the way it looked. It looked way too heavy for the rope. So I kind of just like nixed the idea, and then I just went with these little lanterns and ropes. And I kind of like the look at this, I think in the front of the park I used the iron, the iron lights, like the colonial looking iron lights. And I thought about doing it here, but it just didn't like kind of fit the theme. So I feel like this theme, with the little lantern seems more of like an explorer type idea. So I kind of went with that, with these, ropes and lanterns. I think it looks a lot better. And they give off pretty good light. I actually like how it's lit in here. It's not very bright. I might add like another, like one of those spotlights in the floor facing up, but like very dull, only to give off a little more light. I haven't decided yet. I don't do it in this video, so I'll go and check. But this is kind of how it's lit up at night. And then going to the front, I'd like to light up the front of the building and stuff like that. So here are these little box lights that I like to sink in. I don't sink them all the way in because you would see these in real life in the ground and stuff like that. So these are here just to light up each side of the window. And then I have these arm lights that would light up the entranceway. And again, you don't want to use the brightest white lights or color. What I like to use is a gray or a light gray and stuff like that, because when you start using pure white and stuff like that, it's just way too bright. To be honest with you, the two colors you shouldn't use in anything in this game would probably be pure white and pure black. Those two colors don't really exist in real life. Like the black in this game, the color black, it's way too black. Like you wouldn't find anything that black in real life. So I never use all black and I never use all white unless it's something like those hanging plants. You can't change the color. So that's all black. But if I could, I would have made them a little bit lighter. Here I just put the planters in front. And if you saw, I took the tree, and they're the same tree, but I just spun them a little bit and twisted them a little bit so they don't look like the same tree. Again, I just wanted something more interesting in the front. I think the pots with the plants in them and the trees in them, really bring the front of this, place to life. Now this is the name of the place. It's called Stormwatch because, again, the roller coaster right behind it's called Tropical Storm. So this is Stormwatch Gift Shop. Or I think I just called Stormwatch Gifts. I ended up, I like combining signs. I don't like, having one sign say everything. So if it said Stormwatch Gifts, all those letters have been crammed together. So I just made this gift sign underneath. And I like to do different letters, too, to make it, again, interesting. I end up, I don't do it in this video, but I end up changing the blue color of gifts. I change it to white because it's actually kind of hard to read. So I end up changing it to not pure white, but an off-white, and it looks a lot better. Now I'm just trying to change colors of everything. I don't even know what's next. I think next I put the light on top. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I don't even know what to say. There we go. All right. Somehow I got ahead of schedule. But yeah, I just put another one of those arm lights on top to, light up the Stormwatch gift shop sign. And I think I ended up just putting a temple block on top of it so it doesn't look like it's just hanging there. Not a big deal. Here I'm actually, I think I ended up actually making these duller. Yeah. Oh, I added an orange glow to it. So I make it a brownish orange glow. So it's a little bit different than the other lights. So that actually will make the face of the entranceway pop more than the actual windows and signs and stuff. So, you could do stuff like that to, accent certain things, like I said, to make the front pop a little more. And again, there's the temple block I put, so it looked like the arm doesn't float out of nowhere. Back here, you got to figure these buildings like this would have storage in the back for more gifts and stuff like that. They might need more spiders and skull heads that people are buying. So, you got to make a little storage area in the back. So here I just used the same wall pieces that were already on the coaster transfer track of the coaster I was making, because people on the coaster will see the back of this. Normally I would just make it a gray, a gray concrete or something like that, because it's backstage. No one's going to really see it. So, real life, these companies like Disney and, Busch Gardens, they wouldn't spend the money to theme the back of buildings. It wouldn't make sense. But this back of the building, I had to do something because, like I said, the coaster, at the end of the coaster, it'll see these buildings. So I decided to just, keep adding on to the transfer track area, so it actually looks more coherent. And then here I'm just adding like, you know, a little bit of cement. I think I end up putting, I think a garbage can, like a garbage bin, and, you know, I think a ladder that goes onto the roof. But yeah, with the terrain paint, I like to, you know, do the asphalt and then put like dirt and stuff around it, so you wouldn't have like that hard green to hard, you know, gray color, you know, and then it won't look good. It looks more natural the way I just kind of did it. Yeah, I think here then I just put on the AC units. It's just a couple AC units and a couple of the cable straight wires that go through it. And then after that, I use the Ghostbuster like traps, and I think it's just one, and I just basically turn it on its side and sink it in, so it actually looks like those wires are actually going to some kind of like, you know, breaker box or something like that. And obviously, since I make, you know, stuff realistic, you got to have, you know, a ladder to get up there, so, you know, got to make the ladder. And I think that's about it. I think after that, yep, that was it. So yeah, this is how it turned out. I really like how it looks. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you think it looks. If you can, please like and subscribe, and you know, leave a comment. And you know, if you want me to see if you want me to do another tutorial, just leave a comment below on what you want to see, and you know, I'll give it my best try. But other than that, I guess this video is pretty much wrapped up. So I guess I'll just see you guys in the next one.